Today's word vitamin is on walls, and I'm talking about those internal barriers. The walls that we use to protect ourselves from our wounds. And for those of you that have watched that series, The Game of Thrones, I just think of the men on the wall, you know, that huge wall that is there to keep the people behind it safe and the people on the other side out. And for most of us, by the time we reach adult life, we've had people invade our personal space that perhaps have been meant harm or been harmful, that have betrayed us, hurt us, deceived us, and nonetheless we have decided at that point in time that the pain was too great and we've put a wall up. Now sometimes, you know, people put walls up after there's a death, a divorce, anything that has just been excruciatingly painful and they don't want to happen again. However, walls keep people out, but they also keep us trapped. And so in today's word vitamin, if you get a chance to read it, I just differentiate between healthy personal boundaries and walls. I've had to do a lot of work on this over the years, coming from a childhood where there was a lot of sexual abuse and domestic violence. I grew into an adolescent that had just had a wall around my heart. I could be intellectually available, I could even be sexually available, but emotionally available. You weren't going to get near me. I would not surrender or be vulnerable to anybody. And I used a lot of emotional anesthetic. I used booze and drugs for 19 years because they work, they sedate pain. And when I do workshops, emotional fitness workshops for psychology students that want to work in drug and alcohol, I say to them, well, if you're going to work in drug and alcohol, you are going to come up against a lot of very wounded people. And the thing is, excessive drug and alcohol usage keeps a lot of wounded people alive for a long, long time because they're both very powerful anesthetics. However, if you're going to remove those anesthetics from a person who's been using them for a long time, you sure as hell better give them something as efficient to replace it with. And so constructing healthy personal boundaries and different personal boundaries when all we know how to do is put up a wall to keep ourselves safe. The art of negotiation and integration and vulnerability and intimacy just diminishes because it's all or nothing. They're either in or they're out. And teaching people how to treat us, you know, when I run workshops on personal boundaries, I talk about 3 little metaphors I use. One is petunia boundaries, where we have a little row of petunias and they have boundaries between our heart if it's a front lawn, and we think of the other person's heart as a front lawn. If you have a row of petunias, that person can step into your heart at any time. It's only a small boundary, and I call them our bedroom people, our intimate people. The next boundary is a hedge that you can see over. There's a gate, and these are the people that you would allow into your home and onto your deck. But your petunia people are your bedroom people, people that you'd allow to sit on your bed. Your hedge people are perhaps the people that would visit your home. And then we do need walls. We do need some walls. Some people are dangerous, are unsafe, and they need no access. However, I say to people, I've had to put some walls up in my past and keep them there, but there's an intercom and there's a gate, and if those people ever want to contact me, they can speak into the intercom, and if they're going to be respectful and take ownership for their side of the street, we could perhaps negotiate. So petunias, hedges and palace walls are just a couple of the personal boundaries that I help people differentiate, and we need different walls for different people and different hedges and rows of flowers at different times in our lives, because there can sometimes be very safe petunia people one year, and the next year you need to put a wall and draw a boundary and say, this is the line where I finish and you begin. It's delicate work and it's tricky. So feel free to read the word vitamin. I hope it's helpful, and I wish you a beautiful day. Lots of love. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.